Now here's another common disposer problem. The tenant says that the disposer is grinding, but it's not grinding very well, and it's also making a lot of noise. Let's just take a listen for ourselves here. You hear how loud that is? That's way too loud for a disposer. And if you could feel the deck vibrating here, something seems to be wrong. So most likely that means that there is a blade that's jammed inside the disposer. Let's take a look. Hard to get the light in quite the right place. And get my hands out of the way too. But that blade right there has a little piece of debris stuck underneath it at the edge, so it's not spinning right. So what we can try and do is to remove it from the top by holding it still, holding the rotor still, and twisting the blade unit. So we'll try that first. Wasn't able to dislodge from up above, so that means we're going to have to pull the unit down. So in order to do that, we've first unplugged the unit from the wall. We've removed the dishwasher exit line attachment, and we see another problem right there, that this line is all filled up here. So we'll clean that out and take care of two things at once. And then we have to loosen the connection to the disposer before dropping the unit down. Now with the unit down and the splash guard removed, you can see that there is some kind of foreign object stuck right under that blade. By just moving it around, grabbing with various things, we should be able to pull it out. I held the rotor in place by using the hex drive so that the rotor wouldn't move, and then used my pliers to twist the blade and dislodge this tiny little thing here that looks like it's a plastic wall anchor for a screw that somehow or other fell into the disposal. So the blade's free now. We'll just clean up that little spot from the dishwasher discharge right there, and we should be good to go again. Oftentimes the hardest part of the job is remounting the disposal, because that splash gasket has to be compressed tightly against the seat up above it, even pressure, and then turned. And that can be kind of difficult when you got to hold up the weight of one of these units. Now for me, that job is made a lot easier because I have the disposal jack, and it's the only one in the world right now. So you'll have to struggle with this a little bit more than I do. But otherwise, this is not a very difficult procedure, and you can save yourself a lot of money by doing it yourself. We're all connected back on. Let's turn on the water and turn on the power for our final test. There we go, much quieter. Always be sure to do plenty of water testing before you button up the cabinet to make sure that you got everything sealed back together, and you are a handyman hero.